Welcome back, everybody, to another edition of my discussion series, Fireside Chats. Today I'm alone because I am going to be talking about my absolute favorite series of all time, Dragon Ball, and the oddity that the new series, Dragon Ball Daima, that will be coming out this fall is amongst fans into the series. Even from its initial reveal, it's stood out as this strange oddity, and it continues to with its terrible marketing cycle, like absolute horrible cycle. Barely anyone knows what it is or what's even going to happen in it or what's going on. By now, we would have gotten a lot of stuff with Dragon Ball Super. And it also doesn't help that it's being caught in a crossfire of a rights battle between all of the organizations that own rights to Dragon Ball. They're all fighting for their piece of the pie after Akira Toriyama sensei's unfortunate death. Now, some of the info I'm going to be going over in this video is sourced by Geekdom 101. If you don't know who that is, he's basically like the Dragon Ball messiah. He's like the guy who knows everything about Dragon Ball or everything there is to know about Dragon Ball and is kind of the one who gets a lot of leaks and things like that. So we're going to be going over what he's revealed, some of the information he's shown, and definitely, like I said, go check him out because he's one of my inspirations here on YouTube and somebody that I definitely look up to after watching his videos for so many years. So definitely go check him out. But of course, this video won't just be about that because it'll be about my thoughts that are being mixed in over the information that's been revealed by Geekdom and other sources as the months have gone on about the show, where Toei is kind of failing to do that with its marketing, as I mentioned before. So let's get into the story. The basic premise of Dragon Ball Daima is that Goku and the gang get turned back into children by some evil wizard, and they have to go back to the demon realm to break the curse. Now, if you watch the trailers, you would think that this series is going to be nothing more than just Goku. However, the trailers have barely really shown much of the show. I think it's only shown the first few episodes at most. And this series, from what I'm hearing, is supposed to revolve around Goku, Vegeta, Piccolo, and Supreme Kai. And obviously, if you do watch the trailers, you'll see that it has more of a classic Dragon Ball feel instead of like a Z or Super feel, which I'm kind of excited for because I always love the adventure of Dragon Ball, and this is kind of going to bring those classic vibes back. Now, not only is Goku and the gang going to be going to the Demon Realm, but apparently there's a lot of turmoil going on in the Demon Realm because Deborah, obviously, as you know from the Buu Saga, was the Demon King, the actual Demon King, not Demon King Piccolo, who was never really a Demon King as far as we know. The real Demon King, Deborah, he died, and ever since his death, I guess the demon world has fallen into disarray, and there's a civil war breaking out for the throne. I kind of like the idea, because I like fleshing out the demon realm. It's always been a part of Dragon Ball that has gone unexplored outside of video games, which I know there's really not a thing or such a thing as actual quote-unquote canon in Dragon Ball, but hypothetically, let's just say, the canon of Dragon Ball, we've never really gone into the demon realm outside of video games like Dragon Ball Heroes or video games like Xenoverse. So it'll be really interesting to see. And I'm really excited for the new challenges that Goku, Vegeta, Piccolo, and all of them will be facing going there because as far as we know, the demon realm is more of a magical place. So they should be fighting some new characters, characters that aren't just based on strength. These characters are going to be based on all sorts of other types of magic and power that these characters have hopefully never encountered before. And it should cause new challenges for them and obstacles that Goku and the gang will have to overcome, which I'm excited to see. Not only is Goku and the gang going to be going to the demon realm, though, there's supposed to be 2 new demon characters that are going to be joining them. From my understanding, the male is named Glorio, and he's like a gunslinger. And then I don't know if this is his little sister or just a character like him, but there's Pansy, and she's supposed to have a sword and a purse. Sounds very Toriyama to me. I'm interested in these characters simply because I think we need not only new characters for this new series, but we're going to need some demon characters to help Goku and them explore the realm and get around and kind of know what's going on. Because outside of Supreme Kai and maybe Piccolo, we might get some more lore on why evil demon King Piccolo is considered that. I'm just happy to be getting new characters because honestly, I loved all the new characters in Super. I think Dragon Ball probably has the best characters in anything. So I can't wait. I can't wait to see what these demon characters add to the story and how they interact with the gang if they don't have like these, crazy alien-like powers like Goku and Vegeta and them. Now, one of the main villains, I believe, of this series is supposed to be like a female witch named Erisu or Ellis, potentially, where no one's really sure about the translation. But apparently, she is obsessed with Bibbidi's bloodline, Bibbidi and Bobbidi, and she wants to resurrect Majin Buu. Now, in Dragon Ball Super, we've seen the return of Frieza. We've seen a new cell be created. So it kind of is only natural that we explore a resurrection of Majin Buu. But I'm going to guess that maybe an even worse Buu than the one that we've seen in Dragon Ball Z is going to be resurrected and become one of the final villains. However, there has been confirmation that there are going to be multiple Majins in the show, and all of their names are going to rhyme with Buu. Not only that, but they might not be as strong as like Kid Buu, but they're supposed to be as resilient. So that'll also bring some challenges to our heroes in this journey. Though I want to figure out, or at least I'm trying to figure out how that's going to work, because in what is to be considered canon, or at least what Toriyama said a few years ago, I believe, Buu is supposed to have been a being that's existed since the beginning of time or even before. So I always just assumed Buu was a special creature and Bibbidi and Bobbidi learned how to control him. So it'll be interesting if, like, were there more Boos, or is this going to kind of retcon things as Dragon Ball tends to do, and we'll discover again that they were created by these evil wizards in the demon realm. Now, another thing that I can confirm, too, is that Super Saiyan will be in the anime, but that's all we know so far. My assumption is that Dragon Ball Daima is going to take place after Super. However, that isn't confirmed. This does seem like a very Z-centric story. It very well could take place after Dragon Ball Z and before Dragon Ball Super, but I highly doubt that they would do that. And even in the first trailer, if you watch it, they go through the entire series of Dragon Ball up to this point. So I'm going to assume that Daima takes place after Superhero, but that is just an assumption. That is not a fact. I just can't see them going back, One thing I will say, though, regardless of Daima being this oddity that it is, the visuals are absolutely incredible. And one thing that I can definitely assure everybody on is that Toei Animation has taken more care with this project than they probably have with any Dragon Ball content they've worked on before. They've been working on this for a long time. I don't think this series is anything anybody should worry about. If you're a true Dragon Ball fan, you should be excited for this show. And I think you should be excited to get the adventure and journey elements back into the series. And just be excited about the fact that the production is going to be way better than Super ever was. Like, this show is going to look clean and crisp. And I can't wait to see it. So basically, even though it's an oddity, I am excited for this show. I think it's going to be good. I love the new ideas. I love getting new lore, exploring new sides of Dragon Ball that we haven't seen before. It's kind of what I wished Super was more, because when I learned about the other universes from Beerus and Battle of Gods, I always assumed, we're going to be exploring all these universes. And then when we found out about the Super Dragon Balls, I figured, it's going to kind of be like GT, but better, because the Super Dragon Balls are going to be spread across the 12 universes. They're going to have to go find them, imagine the challenges, the gods they could encounter. And I feel like Super dropped the ball hard. on what could have been such an epic and awesome concept. So I'm excited to see what they do here with a new realm, the Demon Realm. Will the Demon Realm have their own set of Dragon Balls? Because we have seen a Namekian is in the trailers. So how does he play into things? How is it going to be seeing these evil demon wizard Supreme Kais or Makaioshins? I'm curious to see it all. And I'm really excited to dive into new lore because lore is my favorite part of Dragon Ball. And getting to see a new world with all new possibilities for me is incredibly exciting as a fan of the series. I'm also going to enjoy it because we have to, right? It's Toriyama's last work. The last one he's ever going to get to work on. And as an aspiring writer myself, Toriyama is one of those guys that, like, I don't look up to many people, but out of anybody on this planet, I think Akira Toriyama is a guy that I actually idolize. Like, I don't idolize anybody else. I never put anybody above me in any way. No celebrities, nothing like that. Like, I don't care. Everybody is human, and that's the way I've always looked at it. But to me, Toriyama is special. And he's definitely someone that if I idolize anybody on this planet, it's him. His passing really changed my perspective on a lot of things. And I want to honor him by enjoying his final work. It's kind of a poetic end for him, too, because his final work is returning to Goku being a kid and exploring the great unknown, just like the original manga was. It's really strange how things work out like that sometimes. And that in itself is an oddity. So I'm looking forward to this fall. I'm looking forward to covering Dragon Ball Daima on the channel. It's something I'm very passionate about. Dragon Ball is one of my main inspirations in life. And I can't wait. I just can't wait to see more. I can't wait for this fall. I can't wait to cover every single episode. Every single one will be doing a deep dive on this channel. So if you're a passionate Dragon Ball fan like I am, please go ahead, like this video. It would mean a lot. Comment, subscribe, follow us on Spotify and at Fire Truthcast on X, Instagram, and TikTok. And like I said, I will be there for every single episode to give you my thoughts. Until then, see you guys on the next one.